Live from Dormont Stadium at Keystone Oaks, where tonight Deer Lakes visits Keystone Oaks in a battle between a Class 3A school and a Class 2A school. It is Ed Troup on Friday Night Lights here on Oneburg. Glad you could join us here this week from beautiful Memorial Stadium, Dormont Memorial Stadium, historic Dormont Memorial Stadium. As I said, tonight we have a matchup between these two teams. They're warming up on the field right now behind me. Keystone Oaks and Deer Lakes. It's week 0 across the WPIAL. A lot of games kicking off across southwestern Pennsylvania. And each and every week, we'll be live on site to bring you the action, to preview what's happening in and around the WPIAL. So tonight, there's going to be a lot of good matchups across the region. Again, a lot of non-conference games in week 0. Most teams elect to play this week. There are still a handful of teams that do not play during week 0, but everybody pretty much in action with scrimmages last week, and then tonight getting things underway in non-conference matchups. Next week will be week 1 across the WPIL. Next Friday night, that's when things really will start to get cooking with a lot of conference matchups and still some non-conference matchups between the two teams. So let's preview week 0 across the WPIAL. We're going to begin first with Central Catholic playing LaSalle College at the Wolverina. It's a kickoff classic game tonight at 8 o'clock. If you haven't really noticed anything over the summer covering or following WPIAL football, you should have paid attention to Central Catholic and their offensive line, averaging over 300 pounds, a huge offensive line. They also have a good first-year starting quarterback in Owen Herrick. They will do battle along with a running back, Chris Black Jr. for Central Catholic, as they get things underway at the Wolverina tonight at 8 o'clock against LaSalle College. LaSalle features a very good player in Grayson McKaig. He's a 6'8", 290-pounder and is going to the University of Notre Dame. So a Division I battle between a few players on Central Catholic and also LaSalle College. The other key matchup tonight, over in the Mon Valley, Amani Christian battling Clarendon. That game will be at the former Neil C. Brown Stadium. It's now being renamed Tyler Boyd Stadium in the city of Clarendon. Tyler Boyd doing a generous donation to his hometown school. He played at Clarendon, also played at the University of Pittsburgh, and they've renamed it Tyler Boyd Stadium. And tonight is the first game in the community of Clarendon. Beautiful facility, great field, and it's ready to go tonight as they will have a big one. They're at home against Amani Christian. Amani Christian, a Class 3A favorite, but Clarendon is the team to beat in Class 3A. Penn State recruits quarterback Gabe Jenkins and running back David Davis lead the Bears, who are pretty much ranked number 1 across the WPIL and even in some state rankings. The Bears, for a long time, were the dominant team in Class Single A, and then recently, recent years, made the playoffs, but didn't really go on too many playoff runs. But now they are back, and Clarendon is loaded for that game tonight. Again, Tyler Boyd Stadium hosting that one, the new Tyler Boyd Stadium in Clarendon. The other matchup tonight is a 5A versus 6A matchup between Canon-Mac and Peters Township. Peters Township, just a year ago, 11-2, 4-1 in Class 5A, the Allegheny 6 Conference. They made it all the way to Acrisure Stadium, in which they lost 20-9 against Pine Richland in the Class 5A championship from last season. Meanwhile, Canon-Mac, they continue to rebuild that program. They are 3-7 overall. They went 2-4 last year in Class 6A. Head coach Mike Evans taking the year off, battling cancer. Brian DeLillo comes over from Bethel Park, the former coach of Bethel Park from years ago, is the interim head coach of Canon-Mac and is trying to change things this year and sub in for Coach Evans. He'll have the Big Macs ready tonight in a rivalry game in week 0 at Peters Township, 7 o'clock. Seton LaSalle will battle North Catholic tonight. There was a lot of talk in and around the Seton LaSalle program this summer with Southmoreland quarterback the transfer there. He, this past week, pulled back on that intent. He appealed it several times with the WPIL and the PIAA that initially denied that transfer. He pulled back to Southmoreland. So Seton LaSalle will look for the sophomore Jack Mead to lead the way tonight. Meanwhile, North Catholic is led by a couple of decent players, Joey Felisky and Ryler Kennedy, the top passer and receiver in the WPIL from a year ago. They will do battle tonight at North Catholic, 7 o'clock kickoff between Seton LaSalle and North Catholic. Finally, our other game of choice is actually tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock between Westinghouse and Steel Valley. That game will also be played at the Wolverina. For those that don't know, the Wolverina hosts a bunch of games this weekend, the Week 0 game, the kickoff classic games, if you will, across the region. and they'll have a good one tomorrow. We talked about the game tonight between Central Catholic and LaSalle College High School. Well, tomorrow, a good one between Westinghouse and Steel Valley. Westinghouse is trying to get their fourth consecutive City League championship. They will do battle in a non-classification. Of course, they're out of the City League. Steel Valley, always a powerhouse in the WPIL. The Bulldogs have a new quarterback, does Westinghouse, and sophomore Zaire Ishmael. Ishmael transferred from West Mifflin. He's now at Westinghouse. And Steel Valley has a very good player in Deron Barksdale. The Barksdale brothers over the years at Steel Valley doing a great job, defensive back, and he's a Pitt recruit. Deron Barksdale will look to try to shut down Westinghouse tomorrow at 3 o'clock on Saturday. We want to know what game you're heading out to across the WPIL here on Oneburg tonight. Make sure you comment below and let us know what you think with the action in and around. It's a beautiful evening here. We're going to take another look here at Dormont Stadium as Keystone Oaks and Deer Lakes warm up here. This is a great setting just outside the city of Pittsburgh. Old stadium, Dormont Stadium, historic, as I said. They redid it a while back, a few years back. They host Keystone Oaks here, and the Golden Eagles look to kick off their 2025 season in just less than an hour against Deer Lakes. It's time for our picks of the week, those 5 games where we break things down and we take the winners. We'll start with the Westinghouse Steel Valley matchup tomorrow from the Wolverina. I like Steel Valley in that one. St. LaSalle versus North Catholic tonight. I like North Catholic to beat St. LaSalle at home. Cannon Mac, Peters Township. I think the Big Macs will give Peters Township a game early on. Last year, that game went 42-17 in favor of Peters Township. I think this year, the Big Macs will give Peters Township a football game early in that one, but I think Peters Township ultimately pulls away and wins that one. Monty Christian and Clarendon, I think this is the Bears' year. They're dedicating the stadium, Tyler Boyd Stadium tonight. I like the Bears at home. Central Catholic, LaSalle College. LaSalle College High School is a powerhouse. Central Catholic will give them a battle. Central Catholic always likes these big tests early on in the season. They'll get one tomorrow, but I like LaSalle College High School to beat Central Catholic tomorrow, or tonight rather, at the Wolverina. The game tomorrow at the Wolverina, Westinghouse Steel Valley. The game tonight, Central Catholic and LaSalle College. So those are some of the top matchups here in week 0 across the WPIL. We had a big announcement here on Oneburg. John Fecco, the Fecco Zone, is the creator of Skylights that used to go around in the helicopters, of course, for a number of years. He is now part of our Oneburg team this high school football season. And he will have previews throughout the season as well, starting next week here on Oneburg. Meanwhile, for myself, I will be out at a different WPIL high school football site each and every week right here on Oneburg to preview the action across the WPIL for you. And I'll be joined by some guests throughout the season as well. As tonight, no guests, week 0, so we don't have anybody with me here tonight, but throughout the season, we will have some guests for you. So make sure you keep it logged on here to Oneburg all fall long for Friday Night Lights here, the preview of the WPIL across southwestern Pennsylvania. Again, tonight, 7 o'clock, we got Deer Lakes and Keystone Oaks on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. And meanwhile, we'll give one final look here from Dormont Stadium, Dormont Memorial Stadium, as Deer Lakes and Keystone Oaks continue to get warmed up. Have a great night, everyone. If you're heading out to see some WPIL high school football action, enjoy it. It is a beautiful, beautiful night here in southwestern Pennsylvania for high school football.